Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kiki Alexander Deneche Bailey. I am a documentarian, a licensed documentarian that hosts conventions in New York City. I'm a independent journalist. I'm a friend, I'm a photographer, and I'm also I'm sorry, it's very early in the morning. I used to be a professional, aggressive inline rollerblader. And in the last recent years, being back in New York City, ladies and gentlemen, I went through my ups and downs. And I'm still currently facing those troubles sometimes. But we're going to put those to the side for right now. But right now, I got a special event coming up on June 21st. I am going to be giving away skates to little kids under the ages 3 and 13 years of age. I'm going to be giving away free stickers. Not just me, my buddies Freddie and my buddy Jay. Jay is going to give you guys shout outs on YouTube, those that do want to support the fundraiser. The fundraiser is for the Independent Film Festival on July 25th, hosted at Ocean Hill Skate Park. It's going to be a 2-day event. We're going to have quad skaters, inline skaters. We're even going to have special guests showing up. It's going to be broadcast. We're going to have television wide. We're going to have Butter TV there. We're going to have a bunch of other people recording and documenting this event. To me, this is important, ladies and gentlemen, because I struggle so bad to find a foundation in this city. This city once was beautiful, and I'm trying to make it beautiful once again. So I'm asking you for your support. Now, we do got skates, we do got supplies, but we do not want to run out of supplies like we did last year. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we want from you is a bit of your time and your patience. And we want you to join us. I will be going live at 2 p.m. on June 21st at Root Skate Park, Brooklyn, New York City. I will be live streaming from this YouTube account all day long. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see amazing kids show you what they are capable of doing. These little kids are learning how to be professional rollerbladers or quad skaters. It's so cool to try to give this back to the community, but we're going to still need your help. We got all our accessories. We even put our own money into this, so we want you to help us. We want an extra grill. Well, what we need is an extra grill. We need maybe some extra food supplies. We're thinking about water because we ran out of water last year, bottles of water, because last year it was a very hot summer. And we did not want, the kids to be dehydrated. So we brought Gatorade and water. We bung it this time. We're going to do it in the gallon Gatorade containers. So we're going to have 2 of those, which Freddie has purchased 2 of those Gatorade containers. Thank you for the update, Freddie. That was last night, by the way. But my plan is to still buy bottles of waters and have them on ice. So we're going to need money for ice, maybe another storage container for the ice to keep the ice nice and cool. A grill, maybe some extra forks, napkins, especially napkins. We don't want the skaters to, I know it's outdoors, but we don't also want to be pigs. So we're going to teach kids how to be very mindful to have manners. So this is going to be amazing. I cannot wait. Mind you, guys, thanks to Phil and Michael Collins, I've been in a hostel just resting, and I've been really thinking about this competition not competition, this fundraiser for the little kids, because last year we gave away over 200 pairs of skates. And I'm just like, I want to do it again. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are also a part of this. You helped me get here. Do you realize that? You got me here. Your donations, your support, your likes, your comments, you helped me get to where I need to be. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't mind supporting me, my friend Jay, Freddie, and I, mind you, we're doing 2 events, and we do it in a memorial service for another fallen rollerblader. So keep that in mind. But this event is important because the parents were complaining last year about the food quality. So Jay's wife is going to be making mashed potatoes and something else, and Soho's wife is going to bring something else, and now I want to cook something for the parents. And I'm thinking something more catered to, how some middle class parents would like to eat. They'd like to see more healthy requirement. So I want to cook something very nice, but simple on the grill. So I have an idea. And I went by Food Bazaar and I went to the seafood section. Now I can do two options. I can make a mussel saute right there with the grill. I could borrow one of the pans from the hostel. I already asked the hostel management, said, yeah, you could borrow one of the pans as long as you just bring it back. So I'm in the clear for that one because I'm not going to literally put the mussels on the grill. No. I'm going to put it in a saute pan. So ladies and gentlemen, I want you to join us on June 21st. I know you're not in New York City, but we are going to go live. So if you want to support, there are my personal PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. But Freddie does have his Venmo. We didn't set anything up for PayPal. He just totally forgot. He's doing a lot of mind you, he's also working, and he's trying to pay his own bills as well. But, ladies and gentlemen, it would be appreciated if any one of you want to see one of your young ones. Maybe you have kids nearby. Maybe you live in Pennsylvania and you want to join us. Listen, you want to take the couple of hour drive to New York City? You want to join us? Please, come on down. Join us. You live in Connecticut. If you live in Boston, come on. Come on down, guys. Just literally, this is for the kids. This is for the community. New York City has been into this chaos, and we are trying to make people happy while this chaos in the city is continuing with the riots and the ICE protesting. We really want to bring some joy, and this is my time. I can't, and as an independent journalist and as a documentarian, a filmmaker, I'm sick of it too. We all need some joy and some peace, and this is my weekend to give back, and we just want to do the right thing. Because, mind you, we are older men now. And, Freddie doesn't have kids. Jay is a father, so he understands. But Freddie, he does understand because, you only have one life. Why waste it, that potential? We can do better. We know we can do better, but we choose not to do better. So, ladies and gentlemen, yes, do better. Yes, show people what we can really do. Let's show people what we can actually do and maybe influence people. Just stop the nonsense. This guy is homeless. I came up from nothing, everybody. When I came to New York, I got robbed. I had to start over. You know how difficult that was to start over? Everything was gone. Money, no savings, passports. I can literally... I just want to say thank you to those that did support and did pay me and Yuki back during the pandemic. I'm glad that I had to trust one out of 17 old friends. I'm glad that I had someone that gave me the $5,000 so I can recover. If it wasn't for him donating it to my GoFundMe, everybody, I wouldn't be here. If any of you wouldn't give me the opportunity, I wouldn't even be here doing this. So thank you. But yeah, we're going to do this, and we're going to make it much better for the parents. We're going to make sure, I'm trying to get on the parents' good side. And maybe, I might make it a single mom, and she might, hey, I want some panda. I don't know. But, I'm just happy to see parents seeing us do the right thing. Because no one's really doing, DOT is actually giving away free helmets this year, if you guys didn't know that. So, yeah, man. DOT this year is giving out free helmets. If you're looking for free helmets in New York City, I reposted on my Instagram, and they repost my post on their Instagram. So DOT New York City is following me. They might be showing up at this event because I tagged them. They gave me the thumbs up. You can check my Instagram to verify that. But like I said, everyone, I'm trying to network and connect my best way to try to make a foundation for myself. I told you from the very beginning, 3 years ago, it's going to take a while to build the foundation. Well, this is my foundation. So if you guys want to support, please reach out to my friend Freddie from Brooklyn Cop. You could go to his Instagram. Go to the Instagram or the rollerblading, what is it? The rollerblading underscore, damn it. Yeah, that's also his Instagram, because mind you, he has thousands of followers. So, and a lot of people follow his posts because he posts old rollerblading clips of all of us back in the day. And this is what started this. You know, Chris Edwards. If anyone remember Chris Edwards, everyone has seen Airborne back in the day. The movie Airborne, about a California surfer. He goes into the Midwest and he puts on a pair of rollerblades. And no one realizes he's absolutely an excellent skater. But the stunt devil is actually Chris Edwards, a personal friend of mine and rollerblader. So, like I said, everyone, I'm not someone that you think you know who I am. Like I said, I've been on television. I've been doing a lot of things when I was rollerblading back in the day. I appeared on television shows, movies. Actually, one of those movies was the Batman movie, and no one ever gives me credit for that shit, bro. You know what? And that's why I was like, I'm cool. And mind you, a lot of us rollerbladers were on the Batman scene, but you know what? Meeting Arnold Schwarzenegger was pretty cool. That was pretty dope in my lifetime. Like I said, I meet a lot of celebrities, but I don't gig about it. But ladies and gentlemen, please try to help support us, what we're doing here. If you want to make a small donation, but like I said, we're going to need a few things. So I already figured out where I'm going to get those few things. So I'm going to post right here. So this is from Food Bazaar, I believe. So we got a few grills here because we're going to need an extra grill. So there's some cheap ones here. I'm going for the cheap ones, and we're going to reuse these grills. So, and you guys are like, aren't you going to let the grills, are you going to let the grills cool down at least a little bit? Like, well, we got an idea. We have last year, we had like this choco bin. We personally brought a choco bin so we can dump the choco bin even if it's hot. We can just dump the rest in there and then take our grills home. Uh-oh. The doggies. But like I was just saying to everybody, yeah, that is one of the places, but this is another place, but this one is like dollar. What is this? This one is what? Family Dollar? I don't know. That's sketchy. Doesn't that look sketchy? Why don't they show the product? I don't care about the box. Show me the product. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to buy it from here though, even though it's kind of cheaper. But, I'm not. Here's the thing. We want to reuse these grills for the next event. That's why. We don't want to dispose of it and leave it. No. Because we are going to clean up the park. We already have an agreement with Parks Department to clean up afterwards, so we don't want to be messy. So, yeah. But this looks sketchy. I think I'm just going to order it from Food Bazaar. And all of my food anyway from Food Bazaar. Like the mussels. Like, mind you guys, I made some mussels in the hostel the other day, and these people in the hostel were like, yo, who the fuck, who's chef? Everyone's calling me chef now. So like, yeah, who's chef? I'm like, I'm sorry if I make you hungry, but like I said, everyone, like when I get in a hostel, and if you allow me to stay over your house, when you walk into your house, when you go to work and you come back from work, expect good aroma in your house, especially garlic. Make sure you're like, I smell dill, I smell garlic. What the hell's going on in my house? But anyway, but like I said, we are looking at grills, and I'm thinking about getting it from Food Bazaar because it's much easier, and not only easier, but I can buy it right there the same day, right before the competition, so I don't have to drag it back and forth from my storage. I was going to put this in my storage and just make a couple of runs back to, but that would make no point because that means I would have to make 4 trips. So I was suggesting fixing my wagon. So today I'm gonna go fix my fucking wagon. Excuse my language. I'm gonna fix my wagon so I can transport all this stuff. So therefore, I don't have to go back and forth or make the 4 or 5 trips. Only 2 trips. So, and I don't care. So, with that said, everyone, am I going to be skating in this event? Yes. This is why I have to rest, because I want to show these little kids I'm the badass panda. I'm the rollerblader that everyone feared back in the day. Well, they didn't fear me. They thought I was just crazy, because I was doing like 95 miles an hour to a trick. And not, mind you, not even a warm-up. Pew! I stretch, put on the skates, and then my first trick would be something like, oh wow, this guy he should show off. Yeah, I used to show off a lot. See, you know why? Because I love the sport. It's a good sport. But anyway, yeah, that is the plan, everybody. If you want to help out, let's see here. Where is the... Where is the... I'm looking for something. Give me a second. Okay, that, and that. Alright, no sleep into Brooklyn Comp. That's who we are. And this is on July 25th. So we got the Brooklyn Comp, we got the film festival, we got the quad skating competition. Oh yeah, guys. Like I said, everyone, I feel good that like I can do something and positively bring back these results and show you these results. And like I said 3 years ago, it's going to take time to build up my foundation back in New York City. And look, it's working slowly. The progress, the influence, it's just there. It's there. You just got to grab it, but don't grab on too hard to it, because sometimes grabbing hard to some things may just bust in your hand. So, yeah, so I'm just trying to hold on to it. So, ladies and gentlemen, please help us get there by supporting what we do. Thank you for listening. See ya.